That's why Boost Mobile brings you our new global connection plan. The first plan ever made for WhatsApp. Get unlimited data, talk and text, international roaming, and
Well, hello.
over 100.
Got that commercial up loud. Good thing it wasn't music they can copyright me on. And what up, what up? It's your dude, Gigwise here, aka Tim. T-I to the M. Pull up my directions. 36 minutes to get there. Okay. Good morning, good morning. Or good day, good afternoon, good evening. Guten Tag, Guten Abend. Can't think of any other nationalities. Just German. Depending on what time of the day you're going to be watching this, if you're watching a rewatch. Only people that watch the rewatch get to see this very beginning stuff because nobody logs on, because I can't get these things to time right. See, the issue I'm having is that's something sticky. I'll set up a timed one, but when then I go I guess join the timed live stream, it starts a new one. Service, I'm not gonna service anything soon. I have it in neutral. I'm like, oh crap, my truck's not moving. Yeah, I can't figure out how to access the actual timed live stream. Someday I'll figure it out. Going out to St. Charles to Pickleman's Gourmet Cafe, or most people call it Pickleman's Deli.
Turn right, and then turn right.
But they are not, that is not their name. It never has been.
Turn right.
But it is the Pickleman's that everybody thinks about when they think about Pickleman's. Oh, it's going to be brutally hot again today.
Turn right.
But the news says it's not going to be. To me, it's going to be brutally hot. Got my one catering, so I'll get it done and I'm just going to go home. I go anywhere, I spend too much money. I went to Costco yesterday. Well, I spent about $55 on gas. And then I gave myself a $100 spending limit inside, because I haven't been in Costco in a while, and I get things from there. I ended up spending about $127, basically. But I got a couple more of these Columbia shirts they've got in for the fishing shirts that I like. They finally got some in this year. They're only $20 a piece. Whereas in like Bass Pro, they're like 40, 45, sometimes even higher for the exact same shirts. I got a white one. Some kind of green. I don't even remember the other color. They have a maroon one. I didn't like it. They always have a color I like, a color I kind of like, and then a color I really don't like. They always have 3 different colors. Last year they had this blue one, a gray one, and then another color I didn't like. I don't remember what it was. I've got a different brand of shorts on sale, but after I added $40 worth of shirts, that was
exit right.
That was putting me over. What in the world is this wanting me to go 141 for? What? No. Is there something I don't know about going on way up the highway? No, it wants... I don't know what this is doing. GPS is not right today. It wants me to go down to 44 for some reason, or bowls to 44. Why? You've never done that before. I hate when it does that because I'm not seeing any construction on the app. every time I question it and I go against it on things like this, usually there's a reason why. It's telling me to go a different route than normal. I'm going the normal route.
Exit right.
I don't know why it's made. It's never done that.
In 0.1 mile, turn left.
But it's routing me to the highway that I will take to go all the way out there. I thought it was taking me some kind of back way or something. I don't know. I don't know, whoever that is. What up, Night Watcher? Cheers, mate. I'm just sitting here talking to the GPS. Having some Frappuccino to get the caffeine moving. This heat is killing my electric bill at home. My next electric bill is going to be $285. But I use the Medea 1000 BTU air conditioners. I bet my electric bill will be closer to $500 with this heat. Yeah, I just got the one today again, but I'm not staying out in this heat. I know this curry, man. Order popped up for 105 and some change. I have this to do, so I couldn't claim it. But somebody grabbed it at base commission again, and it was a pickup. I don't know which was the first. I could have probably rerouted it, but St. Clair, Missouri. I don't know if it was being delivered to St. Clair or being delivered to Ellisville. I didn't get a chance to really look at it because somebody took it. But it had 2 stops, 3 if you count the drop-off, but Ellisville, St. Clair, and Ellisville. And it said it was Ellisville to Ellisville, so I'm thinking Home Depot and Ellisville, Home Depot and St. Clair, and then back up to Ellisville for the drop-off. It was 62 miles or something like that. And that's
In 0.6 of a mile, turn left.
basically, I mean, if it would have went up in the pay, but they didn't let it. There's a little construction up here. That's why it wanted me to reroute. I don't think it'll be an issue. Unless I can't get on the flipping highway, then that would be an issue. Damn it, I did it again. I don't even know if people can hear me. The only reason I'm using the headphone because you can hear me fine through the phone if I don't have the earbud mic, but the AC is blowing right at the phone, so it might hear that wind blowing, and I don't like that. Yeah, it would have taken me a little while to get out to Ellisville, but shit, 61 miles. Would say you finished that in an hour and a half from a pickup to drop off, pickups, I should say. And it was 480 pounds or something like that. It was 1.5 by 1.5 foot tile of some sort out of a ceramic, porcelain, marble, who knows. But it wasn't a whole lot, like 7 cartons from one place, 8 from another, like 15 total. What up, you turn to live for free? But they took it at base commission, so I would love to be able to talk to somebody from Curry to get some answers that I have questions about. I can understand the rush orders with Sherwin-Williams, the HVAC stuff, the roofing stuff, whatever. But the Home Depots are different. They may say it's a rush order, but it may not be a rush order. Because Home Depot may have given them like an 8-hour window that they're going to get their delivery. And then Curry wants you to drop everything right then and get it done when the homeowner may not be expecting delivery for several hours later. Your second omelet ever? That looked like an omelet. I've seen a lot worse. This chronic liar I dated back in the 90s claims she made bomb omelets. And we were all down at a bunch of us went down to Lake of the Ozarks for a weekend. And she made me an omelet. Probably the worst omelet I've ever had. Didn't even look that good. She damn near burnt it on the outside. It was brown. The egg was brown. Browned. We'll call it browned. It wasn't really burnt, but she cooked it way too long. In culinary school, they teach you how to make an omelet. A 3-egg omelet, nothing else in it. Bright yellow. At least mine was. I already knew how to make omelets, though. Easy Cater. That's a new one. Easy Cater. Hi, the order for pickup is ready at the restaurant. Please proceed to pickup and deliver as scheduled. Let us know if you have any issues. What? I'm on my way there. Shit, what time is it? 10:30? My pickup's not till 11:22. There, some of these restaurants, they get it ready and they tell Easy Cater it's ready. That Steak and Shake I picked up from like last week did that. It was a tiny order and they had it ready like 25 minutes before I got there. Those burgers had to be cold as hell. Yeah, it's ready 50 something minutes early. But I was saying that yesterday. Usually these delis like this, they're even Jersey Mike's, most of these are pretty much on the ball. I should have went the other way. I got a freaking semi in front of me that I can't see. I normally get in this lane to the left. They got it blocked off. That's the problem. That's why it was rerouting me. I knew it was going to be something. But yeah, like Planet Subs downtown's always ready. Most of the Subways I do are pretty much ready. Sandwich shops, delis, whatever you want to call them. I'm just going to mosey right on through this red light. I'll just blame it on I couldn't see it because of the truck in front of me.
Turn left.
If all times to work on a turn lane to get onto the highway this time of day, why don't they do that at 2 and 3 in the morning? There's nobody that lives that close to right here. Yeah, back at one of my first jobs, second job was third job at the deli I worked at back in the 80s. We did like the half-gallon tubs or whatever of potato salad, coleslaw. But our sandwiches or party subs, they were anywhere from 2 foot to 8 foot long. Well, 6 foot at least. I don't remember. I can't remember if we did an 8 footer or not. Now in like the mid-90s, that first bar I ever ran, I started introducing party platter type things there with like your cheese trays, because some customers were interested in that. And I did, a store I went to sold a circle loaf, so it would go in with those round platters, you know, like the like the black bottom clear plastic lids. They're not new. They've been around a long time. And we'd make a circular sandwich, basically. And then you put a toothpick like every 2 inches, and then you cut in between the toothpicks. And that holds the sandwich together. And that was the serving size. And that's, throw some crap in the middle of it for garnish. Kale, whatever, parsley, I don't remember. We made them look good. But I created that. We did fruit trays, too. I had a gal working in the kitchen that had worked in a produce department somewhere, and she was really good at cutting up all that fruit. Yeah, I was throwing out happy hour spreads. That's how I first started doing that stuff. Was back then it was still a thing. Well, it was kind of early, like more in the 80s, late 80s and 80s stuff. They had those happy hours with all the free food. Well, the kitchen there didn't make money, but the bar did, so I'd throw out free food for them here and there, and I was doing fruit tray. I got all this produce for free, all this fruit, honeydew melons, cantaloupes, watermelons. I had a produce hookup, and they're like, really? Fruit trays for a happy hour? I'm like, hey, it's free. Eat it and shut up. You know? Oh, something else. I don't know why my thing will just pause there. What was that? That was a curry. Crystal City. Yep, I won't even pay attention to that one. That's way out of my way. Going to St. Genevieve, that's way, way out of my way. That's out of my coverage area. Unless it's paying a lot better than that is. Like 4 times what it is. It's paying $46. Yeah, I sure could have done that tile one, but I wanted it for more than $105, but even $105 is not terrible. But it was 61.7 miles between pickup, and drop off. Now, if they'd let you do it, I don't know about curry, then pick skewered with the antenna, like a big duck kebab, about halfway up. I guess I can't go all the way up because it was the air resistance. They're finishing up a couple of sandwiches. My Jersey Mikes have always been pretty much ready. I don't think I've ever had to wait at Jersey Mikes. Not on a catering. I've only done like maybe 2 or 3 on Uber. Where I primarily did my food delivery down in the city, there wasn't a Jersey Mikes very close. I think the one that was... Oh, wait, that wasn't a... Never mind. One of them I was thinking was a Jersey Mike's. That actually wasn't a Jersey Mike's.
Hazard reported ahead.
Yeah, I'm heading all the way out to St. Charles for this one. The same Pickleman's I went to last week. I may have to park right up on the curb this time, right at the sidewalk. I'm going to hop in there probably about 10 minutes early, just to see how they got it packaged up. If they got it in the boxes again, I'm not taking my bags in. I'll have to move my bags out of the way, but I'll just take the wagon in and stack them. But they don't have lids on the top of their boxes, so it's... If I recall, they didn't have lids on the top of the boxes. Or any flaps or anything. They're no signal. Come on, AC, come back on. Now I got signal again. Yeah, it's this stretch of the highway right by Manchester Road, coming up on I-6440 on Interstate 270. I don't get a great cell signal at my house, but right over the hill that's between me and the main road that I drive out of there on, once I get up to the main highway, there's 4 cell towers right there, but we're like in kind of a valley right over a hill, and I don't get that good a signal at home. I think being that close to damn 4 towers, I'd have a really good signal. Nope. Thinking about going to the Chinese buffet for dinner tonight. They have I went there on a Tuesday and they had crab legs on the buffet, and I went there on another Tuesday. I've seen like 4 or 5, I'm probably overheating. I've seen like 4 or 5 cars on the shoulder today. Well, one of them was missing a tire, but the rest of them don't look like. What are you doing? Why are you slowing down so much? We're not turning here. That's the turn lanes over there. Speed the hell back up. I hate getting stuck behind these people. I always get stuck behind that person too. Yeah, get over another lane. We don't want you in this lane. You don't know where you're going or what you're doing. I think they have Missouri plates too. I haven't had it since Jason was up here, because we went to the same buffet. I don't think I have. No, I haven't. I like their crab rangoon down there. I mean, they don't make it themselves. Nobody does, but I don't know what's going on. Like Panda Express's is horrible. Then the actual Chinese, the closest Chinese restaurant to my house, theirs, I don't know. It just had a foul taste to it. I couldn't even really eat it. They're usually got a sweetness to it from the cream cheese and the fake crab. You rarely find them with real crab meat in them, even though they're called crab rangoon. They should call it crab delight rangoon. I don't eat as much at the buffets. I don't eat at them very often, but there's a Pickleman's Deli right here. Yeah, what the hell? There's a Pickleman's right up here on this Olive Road here, which is a lot closer to my drop-off than where I'm going to pick this up. I just saw the sign on the highway exit sign. Easy cater, I tell you. They want us to drive more miles. Maybe this Pickleman's here isn't good at doing catering either. I don't even know that's probably all done automatically by AI picking the restaurant. Somebody puts in an order and it just automatically goes to the one that gets the most orders, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, this last one I picked up was only 4 boxes of stuff. They thought it was a pretty big order. This one's like 3 times the size of that one. Maybe 4 times the size. They were very helpful, wanting to help me take it out to the van and everything. I'm like, no, I got it. I always tell them, you all did. Anytime they want to help me, I say, you all did your end of it. It's my turn. I take it from here. You guys did the hard work. Having it ready on time, that's a big deal to me. What the hell was that? I think that was a Mini Cooper at one point. It had no doors on it. Flying down, it's got on the exit. There's no damn doors on it. Not the original paint either. It looked like they spray painted it. I did. Well, I do have a complaint about that Chinese buffet I go to. Any of their stir fried, like beef and broccoli, this and that, whatever. The veggies they put in it, a lot of times there's carrots, and typically those carrots are cut like matchsticks. It's a matchstick cut, real thin. They cook real fast. Well, they're cutting them real bulky, and I don't think whoever's cutting the carrots back there has any knife skills. But it's basically a raw carrot. They're raw carrots. They're not cooked. They're too thick. They can't cook in the time everything else does. All right, everybody doing 50 now. Why? All right, well, I'm gonna get over. About to get to Highway 70. Yeah, I've noticed it like 3 times in a row though about the chunky carrots that aren't cooked all the way. Last time they were cut a little better, but they still weren't. They're pretty raw. I like my carrots cooked if it's going to be in stuff that's cooked. If I want it raw, I like to dip that in ranch on a veggie tray. All right. This goof bean in front of me, he's not from this state and doesn't realize you can do like the exit's way up ahead.
Exit right.
Tread locks. Oh, he wasn't even in the right lane. 30 minutes till my pickup. I hear it going off. Yeah, these St. Charles orders, I damn near finished my drink before I even get to their parking lot.
In 0.6 of a mile, left.
I didn't change my thumbnail because I couldn't get the damn AI to make my new one the way I wanted it. I made this one with a poofier face because that's supposed to look similar to me in the thumbnail, but it went back to the real slender face, and I got it to do it right yesterday, and then last night I tried recreating it but with a different lunchbox. I was going to go with the Land of the Lost lunchbox. It made the lunchbox good, but it went back to the old Avatar version. So I just did heck with it. I didn't even mess with it this morning. I kind of slept in a little bit longer than normal. hit snooze a few too many times. Alright, fixing to go over the Missouri River into St. Chuck. Oh, that order is up to 54.26. I don't know what's on it, but it's way too far out of the way to do it. It's going down where that Amazon block I always complain about that was 40 miles away. The first drop-off was 40 miles from the Amazon warehouse out there in Fenton, and it's going to St. Genevieve. Pickups in Crystal City, drop-offs in St. Genevieve, and that's where I ended up, was in St. Genevieve, like way into St. Genevieve, Missouri, on that Amazon block that put me an hour and a half from home. I lived in the city then too. It still would have been a little over an hour to get to where I live now from there. Got the AC cranking. I have to do some laundry today too. And Missouri River's up too. Well, it looks up. I don't know if it's up. I don't know. I never know. I don't pay attention to the Missouri River enough to know if it's up or down. It's always looks like a big ass river to me. I don't know if anybody watches follows Lake Mead. It's dropping again. It's the lowest it's been since 2022, maybe even a little lower. I watch Sin City Outdoors a lot. Well, I've been watching them from, there's Lake Mead. They were covering Lake Mead. Some of the first people on the scene covering how much it's dropped. When all the boats were sticking up out of the water, the sunken boats. Now they're finding new sunken boats. I see something about bonefish. I got a Pickleman's out here. It's not terrible. It's better than yesterday. But I'm way out in St. Charles. It's going back to like the Worldwide Technology one off a page by 270. On the way out, I see there on the restaurant signs to get off the highway right before Olive, there's a Pickleman's Deli right up there. I don't know how Easy Cater figures out what restaurant is going to make these catering orders. But I wouldn't have picked this one over the one that's much closer to the drop-off. Hell, it would have been on the way to the drop-off instead of way past it, 20 plus minutes. Yeah, I was out here for the first time last week at this. It was the first time I got a Pickleman's order. And then I got another one this week. This one's better than the one last week, though. That was a small order. Only paid like $40. I haven't seen a bonefish in a while. Bonefish is usually on point. That's where I get the boxes that I keep in my catering bags, those Bonefish Grill. I think the manager there, Nate or Alex, I can't remember his name, the scruffy beard and the glasses. This is the only order I got, though. They sent me a couple of crappy breakfast orders after I got this one, but I'm not a big fan of Mimi's Cafe, and I'm really not a big fan when it's only paying like $30 and it's a breakfast order. That's damn near to the Boone Bridge out 40 in deep. I call it deep Chesterfield, Gumbo Flats area. That's that crappy curry order.
Exit right, then keep left.
That you're hearing the meep meep. I think I need to be in the right left-hand turn lane, if I recall. The guy, it's
Keep left.
okay. There, I don't think there's a roundabout. These damn roundabouts out here they've got on some of these St. Charles exits. You think you're in the right lane, then you figure out you're not in the right lane. Then you got a detour, come back around. Yeah, I miss my big bonefish orders I used to get because they may have been high dollar amount, paid good, but they weren't really that big orders because they're expensive. But they are the king of the sauces, though. I get more sauces from them than anywhere. And that oil and vinegar one they have always leaks. I don't care how good the lid's sealed. Though they actually text me about that curry order. What happened to my GPS? There it is. Yeah, that oil vinegar always figures out a way to leak out of that from underneath that lid. Then they got like a pico de gallo type looking stuff, some kind of corn salsa looking stuff. The lemon butter for salmon sauce. I don't even know all. There's just so many containers, and usually duplicates, depending on the size of the order. You gotta be careful. They like to put hot and cold in the same box. I rearrange everything. Yeah, I haven't been getting my gas money order. I'm just getting a bill pay, the bill paying order. There's one delivery a day. I like doing more. Unless they're paying like $400, then I'm just fine doing one. But those are rare orders. You don't find. I mean, I can probably count on one hand how many I've done out of all the catering orders that paid between $400 and $500 that I've had. The best was that when I did a video on it, was a chicken salad chick, 150 box lunches that paid $505, and that was June of last year. And they order that big order around that time every year, and I guess a different app got it this year because I didn't see it. 20% tip. I don't know the name of the place. I know it when I see it, and I'll look it up on the map. I'm like, oh yeah, I know this place, because they do other orders throughout the year, but at one time of the year they do that really big one, and it's usually in June. And I didn't see it, so somebody got it on some app. They order so much, I'm surprised they're not on a relish program, but I barely ever see their orders because the smaller ones typically don't pay as well. Wish there was a shady spot out here somewhere. I'm in the Deerbergs Plaza on Zumbo Road right off 70. Bogey Hills Plaza, it looks like. Deerbergs Bogey Hills Plaza. Yeah, this one goes to like Westport area. And I just back down to their, well, they call it the loading dock, but it's ground level. There's no actual dock. They just open the door, big roll-up door, and then they got carts right there, and I'll just load it right out of the van onto their carts. But I've done several deliveries here, and I'm pretty sure they typically do a 20% tip, but they are not today. Only 10%. I'll keep track of it. Next one, I'll make sure I remember that this one came from Pickleman's. It only had a 10%. So if I do like another restaurant that's got a 20% on it, I'll know to keep an eye on something. Not making any accusations, just observations is all I'm going to do. Yeah, Curry sent me the text to negotiate that order that I don't want to do. Oh, somebody took it. They probably texted to a lot of people. Somebody got it for the price they wanted. I don't even know what was on it. I didn't even look because it's way down in Crystal City, going to St. Genevieve somewhere, which is pretty far south of St. Louis. Crystal City's south of St. Louis, and St. Genevieve's even further. Too far from where I live. Choppa just flew over somewhere. I don't see it. I heard it. I'm gonna have to go get in position real soon. Oh, how much time do they give me to get there? 11:22. Well, they give me till 11:45 to noon to get it dropped off, so that's, I don't know, 38 minutes or something. That's exactly what it is, 38 minutes. Yeah, until I do enough from Pickleman's. I don't know how they package everything up, so I'll continue to keep going in there kind of early till I get a feel for how, with between the cost and how they package it up, what I need to take in with me. Because if we're going to put it in boxes all the time, I won't take in my bags. It's deli sandwiches. They don't necessarily have to be kept in a catering bag. And if they're in boxes, especially if they had lids on their boxes, it'd make it easier to stack them. Like Bob Evans, it's right across the street. Those are pretty durable boxes at Bob Evans, but I'll tell you, during the those big holiday orders I did from Bob Evans going to the one of the Hazelwood Amazons, they packed them so heavy that even the Bob Evans boxes handles were barely, they were ripping. They weren't holding whatever I'm trying to say. Problem with those Pickleman's, it's you got to go way up the sidewalk to get to where you can roll your wagon straight onto the sidewalk. Otherwise, it's steps. Every little entrance up to that part of the sidewalk, it's steps. Because last time I was here, I rolled down the sidewalk, and then when I got on the sidewalk going up, because I guess everything's on a slope here. Except up here at this end, everything's flat. There's still a curb, but even the curb, they've got little handicap spots where you can get a wheelchair up. You can finally hear me. I've had a good signal since you said something about my signal, mine or yours being low. Mine was only out for about a mile. Half mile, something like that. Goes out there every time I drive through it. Not a damn thing I can do about it. I still want to get the local Fox 2 on it. Find out why our coverage here, cell phone coverage, is so shoddy in St. Louis City and Metro. You can even look it up on the map, and it proves right there. Versus even some rural areas have better coverage than we do here. Oh, I don't know what to tell you there. I can't refresh my stream. I don't know how to do that without ending it. Cappuccino is gone. "12 minutes before pickup time." 11 minutes before pickup time. We'll roll this window up and keep this cold air in here. Yeah, if this was Flower Child, I know a little bit more what to expect. But Pickleman's, I don't know. It's only 20 items, so it's not going to be box lunches. That's a good thing, because typically that's one thing with these like sub shops, sandwich shops, delis, whatever you want to call them. When they do box lunches, there's usually a drink included with those. Whereas like say Bonefish Grill box lunches, they don't get a drink. They just get the food. And I know there's one place I deliver to, they don't even want the drinks, but they always order box lunches from places like Charlie's Cheesesteaks, which I haven't delivered Charlie's to them in a long time, or Chuck's Hot Chicken. I did that. It was like 85 freaking 20-ounce sodas. Those that's a lot of weight. I wouldn't have left the house without shorts. It's too damn hot for not having shorts on here. I don't know how people do it. I see them at the gas station. They're freaking jeans. If I was going to wear pants, it would be my black ones that are super thin. I know this order's already ready. It's already ready. Because Easy Cater texted me that, so I know it's going to be ready when I go in there. And I'm just debating if I want to park right on the curb or not. It's a fire lane here. I'm in St. Charles, that's why I'm worried. Curbside pickup. Boom, I see a curbside pickup sign, which means people park here to pick up curbside. And that's what I'm gonna do. Which is the right door? We've got two different front doors here. Oh, that's not them. They have thin crust pizza at Pickleman's? I didn't know. I'll be back. Gotta get this boom boom pow. Oh no, I wear shorts wherever. I don't care. People are used to seeing that here. All right. We are loaded. Let's see what the time is, because I don't even know. Pickup time is right now, and I have it loaded. I'm gonna let this lady across. I'm gonna go pull in a parking spot and then complete this pickup. It was 11:21 on my phone. Pickup time's 11:22. They had all the hot stuff packed in hot bags. What up, Jay Twist? So I had them put all the other stuff in their boxes, and the hot stuff I just took out of their bags and put into my catering bags. We're gonna try 3 pictures. Can I do 4? Nope, three picture limit. Yeah, well, I think these guys are new to EasyCater, because like I said, until last week, I've never seen an order from them. I got one last week. That was a tiny order. Like I said, I only paid like $40. This one was much larger. But they had it ready on time. They had the one last week ready on time, which they should have. It was so small. And it's going to take me 15 minutes to get to this drop-off. Let me look at the time here.
Turn left
45.
and then turn right.
Oh, I'm going to be getting there early. I'm going to drive around this parking lot a little bit. I got to kill some time. I'll get there. I'm going to get there like 7 minutes early. I should go across the street to Bob Evans.
Turn left.
There's a shade. I know there's a shady spot on their parking lot to kill time on.
Turn left and then turn left.
There's one of those Wild Birds Unlimited. I see those orders on Roadie, and they usually suck. People getting their bird seed delivered. Yeah, I'm going to zip into Bob Evans parking lot for a couple minutes. I'm not going to wait out the full 7 minutes though, because it takes them a couple minutes to get to me once I get there. And by the time they get there, it'll be within the 15-minute window, and I can mark that I've arrived. It is humid. Good God. I saw some girl post a short. She just got back from some fancy area, not like Fort Lauderdale, Palm Springs. Is that in Florida or is that in California? I think she was in Florida. I can't remember where she was. And she came back to this. She was down there for like 2 or 3 weeks. And said 100 plus degrees down there is like 80 here because of our humidity. It's so much worse. So even in Florida, where it can get pretty humid, it's not the same humidity. By far, it's not the same humidity. This shit is just ridiculous. That wasn't Palm Bay. I can't think. I meant to talk about it sooner and I forgot. She's like, this is hell on earth back here. She'll take 100-degree days down wherever she was over this shit any day. And it's going to be in the mid to high upper 90s today. Heat index over 100 for sure. It might be over 100 heat index right now. I think they're saying Wednesday it's going to be like 110 heat index. Okay, it's saying my ETA is 11:42 now. I'll go ahead and make a big U-turn in this parking lot. Basically go around the building. Put this back up here so you're not drowned out by the wind. Or so I'm not drowned out by the wind. Oh, I can pull out right here. That's right.
And then turn right.
This is one of them I was picking up from on... oh, shit. That lady came out of nowhere from the Chick-fil-A.
Turn right.
With her Texas plate. Ran over a curb right here. She don't know how to drive. Crazy drivers. Jay Twist, if you're here, I totally forgot to do it when I got home yesterday too. I want to come up with a parody of Holy Diver, but it's gonna be called Crazy Drivers. Gotta pick a lane and go. Crazy drivers. Oh yeah, it's worse than Oklahoma up here. I mean, they'll get hot, but it's just a different type of humidity. It's humid down there, humid as hell down there too. It's just a different type of humidity up here. It's just nasty. It's from all the crops sweating, not just corn. Corn's just a really big contributor to it, the biggest contributor to it because they're the biggest plant. I mean, think about it though. 3,000 to 4,000 gallons of water they release per acre into the atmosphere every freaking day. That's a lot. Now, I wonder how, like up in Iowa, they got more corn up there than we do down here. At least that's what the rumors say. I wonder how their humidity compares to ours down here, because we got more of that southern heat, just a straight southern heat that gets pushed right up into us too, to mix with all that humidity. Oh, I figure. Jay Twist is supposed to be coming up here in September. I recommend later September, so most of this heat will be gone and you can actually enjoy the time here instead of just be dying from the heat and humidity, because it's still nasty at the beginning of September. Shoot, I remember when I come spend this, before I even lived down here, I'd spend the summers here, then go back out to where my parents live. And right at the first week of September, sometimes they'd have to close the school because they'd opened it up and it was so hot from the summer, and it took like a week to cool down because we didn't have air conditioning in the school back then. I never went to school with air conditioning except college, but grade school, junior high, high school, no AC, just fans. It was miserable. I don't know how we did it. Well, I know how we did it. A lot of fans, and often that first week they ended up calling school for the whole week to get the building to cool down. Check what would rock. I'm hearing weird noises. Not a rattle or anything, like almost like a voice singing, but just like one long note, and I don't know where it's coming from. It might have been a car passing me. It was just strange. yeah, with Iowa? I'm sure it's humid up. It's got to be because all that damn corn they grow. But I don't know what else they grow in Iowa besides corn. I don't know if they grow anything but corn. They're known as the corn state, but we got all kinds of crops here in Missouri besides corn. We do have a lot of corn though. Acres and acres and acres and acres of corn. But they also grow a lot of like orchard grass, alfalfa, soybeans, wheat, cotton. Southern Missouri's got the wheat. I mean cotton. I don't even know. Peppers, tomatoes, all your normal stuff, zucchinis. Little everything. Because I know not far from me, off Merrimack Bottom Road, there's a small farm there, and I know I see pepper plants, bell peppers. I mean, I could pull over, if there was a shoulder, I could pull over and go out and grab a couple of peppers. Never done that, though. That's later in the year when they usually, most of your pepper farmers, they harvest them when they're still green, when they're not ripe. That's why, one of the reasons I always say I don't like green peppers, it's not a ripe pepper. It's raw, underripe. A red pepper is actually ripe. And sweeter. It tastes better. Some of these curries are going to have to start working out for me, though, because I need to make some extra money to go towards that bigger electric bill, that $285 electric bill I got coming up. Or they need to start sending me more than one catering order to do a day. That would be nice. It's just I mean, they're so far apart. Either they're far apart time-wise, or just like the drop off of this one would be like crazy far from the pickup from the next one, and that would be the gas pay money one. So they often don't work out because I just can't drive the distance for the pay.
Keep right.
Not when the first one's already a lot of miles. See, now you know I used to do.
Keep right.
If I had a good one, I'm more apt to do a smaller one that doesn't kind of work out mileage wise because the first one did. But now, like, shit was 40-minute drive to get to the pickup. So I done did the mileage. I can't do it twice on a lower paying one. I just don't understand how they there was a much. Well, I do like the people in this Pickleman's Deli. They're pretty good. They're really nice. They offer help to get it out to the van, which they don't need to do that. I appreciate it, but I did roll up the sidewalk to where I could roll my van right out to the like the drive in front of it, the road in front of it without steps. But they're pretty cool people here, and I don't know if it'd be the same kind of people at the other Pickleman's that was on my way.
In 1 mile.
And you get back to getting those orders that pay like $300, and I don't give a damn where I'm picking it up from. Yeah, if it's sitting out, say that would have been an order like today. If it was paying $300, then I might do a smaller one that had a little more mileage than I'd really like for that small of an order. But it wasn't paying $300, so. Boy, that swimming pool's loaded. I got a little water slide and pool off the highway here. It's packed at 11:30. Wait, it's got me getting off at Dorset. Okay, I'll get off at Dorset. I got time to kill. Or some people call it Dorset. La 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 la. You got the look.
Exit right.
Love me like a bomb, baby. Come and get it on. Living like a rental phone. I can't remember the words to that. Pour some sugar on me.
Keep left.
In the name of love. Al's Auto Parts, Auto Supply. They got a parts delivery car here. It's one of those newer Priuses. It looks kind of neat, but for delivering auto parts, it's tiny. Have fun putting 4 tires in that thing if you need to. Oh, the nasty weather. Well, you'll feel it. You'll feel it in Missouri first when you drive through Missouri. Then soak it in real good, and then see how it varies between here and Oklahoma. Did it say my back door was open? Yeah, it may not have closed all the way. I kind of had to shove it. I think it said my barn doors are open and back. Can I drive 55? I can't drive 55. Oh, you said I can't drive 55. I went right to the song. I just saw Drive 55 and me and Nightwatcher live in a Sammy Hagar town. People love Sammy Hagar here. Overall. But I know I've worked with people that like rock and roll that aren't from St. Louis. They're not even from the state. Like one of them was from Philly. And he didn't like Rush. And he didn't like Sammy Hagar. I'm like, oh, don't say that too loud in St. Louis, boy. Because we're big Rush and Sammy Hagar fans here. We're known for it. Sammy's even said some of his biggest fans are here in St. Louis. Out of all the areas he's ever toured, we're bigger fans. I kind of think that's cool. Oh, it did say, can you drive 55?
Turn left.
You know what? I don't think this is the, that's why this is not the same worldwide technology that tips 20%. That's why it's not tipping 20%. This is that other one, but it said I was pulling up to the loading dock.
Turn left.
That's why. Now, I can't turn left there. It's a freaking dead end. The freaking gate in the way. Like every building here is worldwide technology. Yeah, they don't say whether or not they want to. It says, please proceed to the loading dock and ring the call box. Call me at 314. Okay. Yeah, I just delivered here the other day. Same exact address. I've delivered there. I've delivered to multiple places in here, but that loading dock threw me off. And zoomed out on the map, it kind of looked like where I thought I was going. And that's number 60. 701's around the corner. Because this is how I got out of here the other day. There's another catering order getting dropped off there. That looked like a Qdoba. Yeah, you know I don't deliver those. I don't trust them. Well, I know the number to look for, and it's this building down here. I just delivered here last week. Not an order of this size, though. It was smaller.
You have reached your destination.
Yeah, I delivered right there. I gotta go turn around. I don't know that the directions told me last time to go to a loading dock. I don't recall seeing that. I don't remember what restaurant I picked up from, so I'm not going to go looking for it. I'll be right back. I'm going to have to hit the mute button. I don't know if it muted. Hello?
I'm available to take your call right now. If you leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi, Ryan. My name's Tim. I've got your Pickleman's Gourmet Cafe order. Did it mute? Hi, Ryan. I'm not sure that I have the right directions. It tells me to back up to the loading dock, but this is not that worldwide technology that the GPS took me to. This took me to 701 Fifi Road where I delivered last week. Damn, I turned that AC down so I could hear. I'm going to go ahead and pull up and park where I did last week. If this is the wrong place, I'm going to get an extra $15 because I'll have to reach out to support and say that this is not the right address. But I have a history of talking to this guy, and it said I was backing up to the loading dock as we speak, or as I send this text or whatever. But this is where I just dropped off last week. So I'm going to run in and check real quick. I shall return. Yeah, it's a Streamlabs thing about the mute. No big deal. There was no personal information given. So that threw me off. That's all right. So I'm like, wait, I just delivered here last week. Gotta mark that I'm here now. I think Pickleman's must have just came available on Easy Cater because last week was the first time I ever saw an order. And I might be able to see that. But they've got nice boxes of stacked.
Okay.
St. Charles to get this, and I'm like, wait, there's yeah, that's what I don't know that for sure, because I've never even been to it. Until I saw the sign on the highway, I honestly didn't even know there was one there. 2 boxes are up there. Those stay in those boxes. That's cold stuff. This is hot stuff.
Okay.
That's why it's split up
That's
like
not
this.
bad.
But if you make them a stack, which is cool. Now, I don't like the extra drive, but I like the people that work at this Pickleman's. They're cool. They're pretty good people, and they have it ready on time. That's a big bonus. That's what's screwed. Yeah, these are cool.
Then I can carry on. Okay.
It may not be heavy from here to there, but
Yeah.
over a distance, this stuff gets heavy. Let me tell you, it's real heavy.
And I don't want to drop.
Where is it? Oh wait, hold on. Put those thumbs back out there. Now I got them, and we are good. Gotcha. Thank you. Have a good day. Now, Shane, I was at the drop-off. What's going on? Happy Monday, whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday for those that indulge in the tacos on Tuesday. I do have to stop by a grocery store on my way home, but for one item, a sweet potato. That's it. I just don't know which. I think I'm going to run by a Schnucks because it might be just easier to get in and out. Or I actually should go by the Deerbergs. I know they're going to have a sweet potato. But they're also right next to the Dollar Tree, and I want to get some soda. That California Dreamin' soda I like from there. And if they have any Dr. Shasta, the fake Dr. Pepper. It's pretty good. I mean, no, it's not Dr. Pepper, but it tastes pretty close. Deerberg's in Fenton. I just gotta grab the sweet potato, and only the sweet potato from Deerberg's though, because
Let's get started. Drive safe.
it's not a cheap grocery store, and I've got some. Oh no, I'll get sushi. It's $6 sushi Tuesday. I might buy 2 of them.
In 0.1 of a mile,
And my sweet potato.
turn left.
I just gotta avoid the smoked sausage because those are $8 and I want one of those too. Yeah, I'm already done. I'm done for the day. It's too damn hot to stay out here. My van's gonna blow up if I sit out here all day in this heat. And I can't have my van breaking down because I do have my truck. And I'll tell you what, that AC in the truck is colder than this AC, and this is pretty cold, but that truck will freeze you out. Just like the furnace in it. I don't call it a heater, I call it a damn furnace because it'll burn you out of there in the wintertime. It's got very hot heat and very cold AC. The funny thing is at one point I'd bought the whole air conditioner compressor kit to replace it all. I was going to pay Doc Holloway down there in the south side of the city on South Grand near Holly Hills to install it all. I had the liquid line, the accumulator, to everything, the whole kit, new compressor,
In a quarter
and it
of a
ended
mile,
up
turn left.
like where you, if you got your own little Freon can and kit to put, give it a little Freon, it was the other hookup where that hose won't attach to. The Schrader valve in there was bad. That's all it was. It was like a $3 part. I did it myself. And then I returned that $400 and something worth of air conditioner parts. Yeah, I bought it in advance because it was there was a deal, too good a deal to pass up on a discount on the whole compressor kit when you bought a whole compressor kit. When I bought it, it literally was like, saved me like $150. So I bought it before it was even cold out. I mean hot out. And didn't need it. Returned the whole damn kit and caboodle. I had to order that valve twice because the first time it was the wrong one. It was too small. Then got the right one. I ordered from Amazon the little tools that make it easier to get those in and out with. Oh, Snarf Sandwiches has their own little delivery car right there. A little Fiat 500 little piece of crap. Yeah, I never did have that AC serviced after that. Since the system had completely emptied, you're supposed to take that down, hook the vacuum up to it, and suck everything out of the system, and then fill it back up with the proper lubricant and shit. Yeah, the Schrader valve, that goes inside. It looks like the valve stem on your tires. I think it's the high side. I can't remember if you fill your Freon from the low side or the high side, but it's the opposite from what you... well, I replaced them both regardless, but it was that other one where your do-it-yourself kit won't hook to. It's bigger, and the Schrader valve is bigger. But I swapped that out. That AC's worked ever since. And I put the Freon in myself. Didn't even have it serviced to get it exactly on the money. Didn't get it vacuumed out before it was filled. And I use it every time I cut the grass, because I let the truck run with the AC going so I can cool down in there, because I got to move it out of the way anyway so I can cut around where my truck parks, because most of my truck's in the grass. Well, there used to be a driveway there, and now underneath the truck, it's been parked there so long, all the grass has died, and you can actually see the gravel that once went all the way up to the street. God, it is hot. 63132 to 119. I don't know where that is. $4.34 a mile. Oh, Webster Groves pickup up. That's the Overland. It already got claimed. God, these people. Shit, let the price go up. It was a 4-pound item, though. I could have almost made that. I mean, it would have taken me out of the way, though, from where I'm going. But I'm not too far from the pickup, the Overland Home Depot. IKO Hip Earth ×4. I don't know what that is. I guess it's £1 a box, but once again, somebody grabbed it at base commission. They must be letting that. Well, I can't see it now. That would have fit in any vehicle. So that's what's happening, I believe, is these people with the small cars are just grabbing them. They don't care because they get way better gas mileage than us with these big vehicles. Yeah, there's quite a bit of work I'll do myself on my vehicle, but if it's something I want to get a good warranty on, I'll go have a shop do it. Like the wheel hub assemblies up in the front I had done. It costs considerably more when you have that done, but hang on a second. People getting on the highway, I'm trying to get out of their way, move over and give them a break. Yeah, like those wheel hub assemblies, I could have done it myself, but I actually watched a video on it, and they look like they're a pain in the ass on this van. So I opted to let Dobbs do it, but I got a lifetime warranty on them. When you go and buy wheel hub assemblies, you can get the best, and the best you're going to get is a 3-year warranty on the wheel hub assemblies. No warranty on the labor because you're going to do it yourself. But it cost $1,033 to have Dobbs do that, and I think I need him again. And let me tell you, I haven't driven enough to need wheel hub assemblies again. You'd think if they were going to do a lifetime warranty, they'd put a better quality on there, especially with the premium price they charge. I found another shop that the reviews will say it's similar to the same service at Dobbs, but the guy doesn't rip you off so much on the parts and labor as Dobbs, mainly the parts. But they're so busy, you can't like just get an appointment. It's like weeks. They're weeks out on repairs. What I just saw somebody was putting on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I want to get a quote from them on putting a rear main seal on this van. That's not a cheap repair, but it's seeping. It's not pouring oil out of it, but it's seeping, and these motors are known for it. But I'd like to get an idea what it's going to cost me. It's going to be like around $800. Should be around $800, no more. No, but I've heard they did. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I hear they do real good work. They're honest and good on the price. That's not the word I'm looking for, but reasonable. It'd be nice if they sent me one of those new big van orders for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. It's the busiest day of the week for catering, but I'll say it all the time. It may be the busiest day volume-wise, but it's not the busiest day big order-wise. There's a ton of small orders on Wednesday. Like a lot of $20 to $40 orders paying out. but very few jumbo size orders. However, my biggest order or best paying order I ever did, I believe, was on a Wednesday. Now U-turn delivery. If you're listening, I'll lose signal just up past this road here. I'm surprised I still have one. It's already starting to drop. I'm not in the 5G any longer. What plates are those? Massachusetts? No, those are like got cactuses on them. Arizona? Some out-of-state plates with a cactus on them, but they've got the St. Louis Blues logo for the hockey team on the back. So there's people here where there's states with better, cheaper registration fees and whatnot, and they've got ways of getting their car registered in a different state where they don't have to pay all the personal property tax and stuff on it. I need to look into figuring out how to do that. I think you can do it somewhere in Texas. You can get a P.O. box down there, but you can legitimately have that address put on your driver's license. You can have your plates registered to it. Because one of these van lifer people, somebody had asked her how she gets her mail and this and that, and gets her the address on her driver's license, gets plates for her vehicle registered without an address since you live in your van. And that's how it's some town in Texas she's got a P.O. box at. But it doesn't come up like a P.O. box at like that. It's like a real address that comes up, not a P.O. box number. Right after I saw that, I thought about doing that. Get out of paying these Missouri personal property tax. Well, on the vehicles. Oh shit, I gotta get over. Well, I got a 5G again. I totally forgot I was gonna lose signal there. I yapped right through it. Jibba jabba. Alright. It's crazy how fast I gotta speed up to get over to the turn lane. In the van, doing 70 feels like you're doing about 95. But overall, tomorrow's the busiest catering day. You can't compare your market to mine. Hell, I got 200 more restaurants on Easy Cater here than you do. You've got like 72. We got like 279 last time I looked. Which still isn't a lot compared to these other areas. But if Easy Cater got boots on the ground here, or you don't even have to get boots on the ground, you just got to do some research on the web. And there's so, like you've heard me say it many times, so many restaurants here that does catering that are not on Easy Cater. They have catering menus on their website or in their restaurant. Merrimack River is still way up. Has not receded at all. that, you know, some of the restaurants that are in Fenton that I also pick up catering orders from outside of Fenton, they may not even be on Easy Cater at that location here in Fenton. That could be why I don't see them. But I know the Red Robin is, because I picked up catering orders. I just haven't seen a Red Robin. I haven't done a Red Robin order in over a year. And I used to get Red Robin like at least once a week. Or I'd at least see them. I may not do them, but I'd see them. Which I don't 100% miss them, because the main one I got the orders from were really slow. They always... I had one time, out of a whole lot of times picking up orders there, they actually had the order ready. I couldn't believe it. Just once. Hey, there's Iowa plates right in front of me. I should ask them, how's your humidity up there? I haven't seen it. Even though Iowa's just up above us here in Missouri, I don't see their plates very often. Like never. Wallies. There's Wallies. From what I hear, it's the mini Buckies. 72 gas pumps, though, and I don't know how many Tesla chargers. That's still pretty big to me. But I've never seen a Wally's. Till 2020. I bet that wasn't a catering order, though. I'm talking about the catering. I don't see them anymore. Oh, hey, there's a Jeep Gladiator that's the same color of the Jeep Wrangler that me and the ex had. They call it Red Rock. It's like the burgundy, maroon, but their color code on it is called Red Rock. I liked it at first, but after we had it, I'm like, I wish we would have got a black one. Well, the Rubicon we were looking at was black. That's what I had my heart set on, was the black one. But I thought the Red Rock looked pretty cool until we had it. Then I got bored with it after like 2 weeks. There's a Jimmy John's here now. Shit, when did they build that whole freaking building? I drive by here all the time. There's a Jimmy John's built a freaking building. There was a Motel 6 there. They finally got all the debris trucked out of here. They demoed the whole freaking hotel and then ran into permit issues and all kinds of stuff, and it just sat there piles of rubble for like 2 years. If DoorDash would actually start just a catering version of their app, so you didn't have to take all them bullshit orders, that'd be about the only way I'd do DoorDash again, is if they had just catering only.
In 1 mile, turn left.
I mean, really, if they want to get the bigger orders pre-scheduled, they're almost going to have to do that. Otherwise, they're going to keep getting complaints from merchants and customers about the lack of equipment. A lot of the drivers don't have it. Their food delivery. There are some that do have it, but a lot of times, at least my experience with the restaurants or customers that's had to deal with them, they didn't have proper equipment.
In 0.6 of a mile, turn left.
And the dashers, any of the stolen catering orders, it wasn't from any of the catering apps. It was the dashers. Because apparently you can keep working. You don't get kicked off the app if you steal somebody's catering order. still can't believe that when I was at Chevy's and I had to sign the invoice because he said people are stealing orders. What cracked me up though, that one, and it wasn't very long ago, he came in the wrong side of the building than where you normally would come in to pick up a catering order, and he only took half the order and said he'd be right back, the driver, and it was a DoorDasher, and never even came back. He just took half the damn order and booked with it. Didn't deliver it because they got called that the customer didn't get their order. Because they were thinking maybe he only took the half and delivered it. He couldn't fit the rest. No, he stole it. Half the freaking order. I'm like, shoot, if I was going to steal it, I'd at least come back and get the rest of the order. You know? Now, you can't do that on the catering apps. You do that one time, and that's the last time you're going to have a delivery from them.
Turn left.
And hell, they may even put a lawsuit against you. You get to recoup the money from the DSP having to pay for that order. No, it was a DoorDash driver there to pick up that catering order because they checked the number, the Easy Cater number. And he even said he came in from the far door on the other side of the building. He parked on the side of the building parking lot. Like, that's not their front door, is what I'm trying to say. And then said he'd be back in. He took out what he could carry and he'd be back in for the rest and never came back. Never delivered the order. Just took it. Yeah, don't defend them here because I'm telling you, they steal. I'm not saying they all do, but that driver did. And that was long before that when they started having me sign the invoices. But Joe knows me now. Well, hell, he knew me then. He only had me sign them like twice. He knows I'm not going to steal a damn order because I get the orders from a platform where I take one order. You know, you're done. Curtains, game over. Light. Well, it was yellow, but not. Quit defending bad drivers. If they're a bad driver, it doesn't matter what app they're on, but I'm talking specifically a catering order at Chevy's. And they've had more than one stolen, and it's always been DoorDashers. And they can't do anything about it because DoorDash is still going to keep sending drivers for them bad orders that nobody on the catering platform wants. But that wasn't a huge order, but it wasn't a tiny order from what he said. Because he grabbed he had handfuls, but it wasn't the whole order. Yeah, he didn't tell me it was an Instacart driver there picking up a damn catering order, and he did straight up DoorDash. And at Home Depot, I had no idea they had DoorDash picking up orders at Home Depot. Because that was funny that the lady that I was dealing with and the one next to her, she even asked her about Curry versus DoorDash, and they like Curry so much better out of all, not just DoorDash, but Synpax, whatever, the Spark, whatever platforms were picking up orders from the Home Depot, they like Curry the best, and DoorDash the worst. Yeah, I've done Spark Home Depots. Synpax are the worst at the Lowe's because the damn number is like 28 characters long. The number is huge. Oh shit. They got the damn parking lot cut off here. And it looks like people parked all the way up to the row. Yeah, I can't get around that. Not my van. These idiots. They're going to reseal the lot, patch it. Looks like they're patching it too. Good, it needs it, but people parked right up to the string there where they got it roped off. I can't. I got it. Would you move? Move! You dipshit! I gotta back out. This person out. You know, that car's pulling out. I'm just gonna pull in their spot. Then I can pull forward. So now the car out there that was flipping blocking me moved. Yeah, I'm gonna go in Dollar Tree before I go into Deerberg's because I'm gonna get some sushi and it needs to be cold. It's too hot. Yeah, I was trapped. I was trying to back out of this lane because they got it roped off, and dumbass in an SUV was just parking there like they were gonna pull in to where I'm at. And you couldn't go anywhere. But there's somebody that got in a car right here that pulled all the way through and got out that way, so that's what I did. Well, Tuesdays they have $6 sushi, and I don't know about the that lady did pull in here. Stupid ass. I'm looking at her in my mirror. She's actually kind of cute, waiting for her kid to get out of the car, but doesn't make her very smart. Oh, got my neck to crack. Those 2 spots. I should go do a couple shorts of the puppy dogs in Petland next door. Those did good the last time. We've got plenty of good grocery stores here. We don't need no damn Wegmans. We've got Deerberg's and Schnucks, Fresh Time. We've got Straub's. I think Straub's are going to die out. One of their oldest locations just closed recently, and I didn't even know it was about where it was. I've been in Straub's like one time. We also have Whole Foods, the little Save-A-Lots, which are spend a lot now. They're not. You don't really save money going to Save-A-Lot any longer. Then we got Aldi, Trader Joe's. We got so many freaking grocery stores here. Yeah, the Deerberg's has good sushi. This one does. I haven't tried sushi at any of the other ones, but this one has really good ones. But I got to stick to just sushi and a sweet potato. That's all I need. And I've got toothpicks. I need the toothpicks for the stab in the sides of the sweet potato to hold it up to where it won't fall down into the water. Because it'll start to take root down into my fish tank, and those roots are going to suck up all the toxins and nasty stuff that the fish don't like. But it feeds the sweet potato. I got those pothos plants, but I'm going to try the sweet potatoes first. I'm keeping the pothos alive, though. I'm watering them. Which they root out pretty quick, but apparently not as fast as sweet potatoes do. Pedro was on here earlier. Oh, I don't know anything about it. See, places that aren't in my market, even though I know a lot about the Wegmans, I don't need to talk about them because they're not directly in my market. If they were here, I'd probably say something about them, but they're not. But I'll speak about Deerberg's and Schnucks, and I wish they would both be on the catering, on the Easy Cater. I mean, Schnucks has so many flipping locations between them and Deerberg's. Man, that's more than likely good catering orders 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. Or 52 weeks out of the year, however you want to put it. except for the days they're actually closed, because they're union stores. They do close. I don't know. I know they're open on Easter, believe it or not. I'm not out of soda at my house, but I'm just debating actually going in the Dollar Tree because it's just so hot. Because then my van's going to get hot, and then I'm going to move over to Deerbergs and have to repeat the whole process. Yeah, I think I'm skipping Dollar Tree today. I was probably gonna go to Petland too and take a video of the puppy dogs. Oh well. Oh, see, yeah, that person just pulled in like I did. They backed right out because there wasn't some bimbo that wouldn't get out of the damn way. I was even waving my hand at her to get her out of the way. Nope, she wasn't budging. You know, if I wouldn't have pulled all the way through, straight through to the second spot, she would have been stuck there and had to back out just like I was trying to do, and I would have hoped somebody would have blocked her into and not let her back out. Yeah, some of my coworkers, not very many of them, well, directly at the store I worked at when I worked at Shop and Save, when they closed, some of them went to Deerbergs. Damn, they got it roped off down here too. Not as much as over there. A bulk of them went to Schnucks, and a lot of them don't even work. They're not even in a grocery store anymore. They were the same union. That's why they were going to either Schnucks or Deerbergs, or even Straub's. It's all the same union. So you're staying in your union. You're just switching to a different store altogether. Not even the same name. I don't want to park that direction. There's lots of spots available going that direction, but the sun will be going straight in my windshield. I had to go back around because the lady was blocking the spot next to her car with her damn cart she was unloading. Go out of my way. I'm giving her plenty of time. Okay, the cart's gone. She's trying to figure out how to push the button to close her tailgate because she doesn't want to just slam it down with her hand, I guess. Get out of the way, lady. Oh my God, what are you doing? She's picking at something on her tailgate now. Yeah, I'm just going to pull all the way through. I'm not going to deal with backing up when I leave. Works for me. Yeah, the reason why I say I got to stick to just the sweet potato and the sushi, because when I went in here, somebody on here mentioned the sushi last week. I think it was Woodsy. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can go in there and get some sushi. So I just did all my shopping. Well, if I would have went to where I was planning on going, I probably would have spent about $20-25. But instead, I spent $70-something in Deerbergs. No, man, it's too hot. I can't deal with the heat. I overheat real easy from the heat stroke I had. I can't get out in this heat and do anything. In 5 minutes, I'll be feeling it and have to put ice packs on my wrist to chill my blood down so I don't pass the hell out. They absolutely do. I mean, every platform is going to have people that steal. But Lisa does not like me dogging on the DoorDash drivers. But I'm dogging on the drivers that are in my market, not hers or anybody else's, unless you're in St. Louis too. On the experiences I hear and see from my merchants that I deal with in this market. And I've never heard a merchant say that somebody from Uber Eats stole the food. It's always DoorDash. But then again, even if we're doing Uber Eats and Grubhub, they call us Dashers. We're out doing DoorDash. No, I don't. No. I always correct them. No, I'm here for Uber Eats, not DoorDash. It says so right on the bag. Right on the bag. Uber Eats. I do not go in there with I don't even have a DoorDash bag in here. Any kind. I'm not dogging on them all because I'm not talking about them all. I'm talking specifically about DoorDash drivers that steal catering orders. I'm not talking about any other app that's stealing catering orders because there aren't any. I'm not talking about Spark orders getting stolen. I'm not talking about Instacart orders getting stolen. I am talking about catering orders getting stolen by DoorDash drivers in my market from the merchants I deal with every day. Which has nothing to do with Instacart, Spark, Ship, Uber Eats, Grubhub. It's DoorDash. That is what they tell me. It is exactly what is happening. And they still stay on the platform. He or she might steal on other platforms, but I'm not talking about them. You're talking about them. I am not talking about them. I'm talking about only catering orders getting stolen, and they're only getting stolen by DoorDash drivers. Because if they're doing it on Delivered, Expedite, whatever you want to call it, if it's Meals Now, Skipcart, Zifty, any of the other actual catering apps that primarily only do catering orders, they're going to get deactivated immediately after stealing one order. But on DoorDash, apparently they can keep going. They don't get deactivated. They may get a contract violation or whatever it's called on there. And they just work it off, and then they go steal another catering order. I don't know how they do it. I've never met one that does the stealing that I know of. But yeah, when you're talking Spark, people are stealing shit from Walmart left and right. They just don't. They put extra crap in the cart and don't scan it because it's not scannable. And then when they're bagging it up when they leave, they just put their stuff they're stealing in a bag and walk out the door with it. And they may get a random cart check. Chances are the item they're stealing is not going to get scanned by the associate at Walmart. They'll bury that. I've seen some of the associates, so they dig through your cart. They don't grab stuff right on top. They'll dig down underneath stuff and grab stuff and scan that. I know they're fishing to find that whatever it is that person might be trying to steal, if they're trying to steal something. But I don't have to dog on everyone. I'm dogging on one thing. My bread and butter, catering. I can't do Instacart because I'm a green cart level shopper, which means I don't see squat for orders. Only your diamond and platinum's going to see anything worth a shit here now. Overall, Spark, they just don't send you good orders. Triple shops for $7, or triple grocery orders for $7. But I like curry. I bet if I picked up a barbecue pit from Home Depot and took it to my house and set it up instead of delivering it, they'd probably deactivate me. I don't know if anybody steals on the curry app. I've never heard of anyone stealing on that app. But definitely on Instacart and Spark, people steal. Spark, you can get away with it until you're caught. Because if they're stealing something, nobody knows about it. It just goes up. It just goes towards shrink of the store. I don't recommend doing it. But I've heard people trying to get out of there doing a Spark shop order with like freaking 60-inch TVs and shit. If it's not in a bag, they're gonna check your. The person's supposed to check your stuff on the way out, and they're going to check and see if that big item's on the well, they'll look at it in the phone on your device. But yeah, if somebody's going to steal on one platform, you know they're going to steal on other platforms they're on, or at least they're going to try. People are greedy. That's just how it works. That's how they get caught. Because it becomes more and more and more and more. Well, I got away with the 24-inch TV. Let's see if I can get a 50-inch TV or 42-inch TV. Oh, wow, I got away with the 42-inch TV. Let's see if I can get a 55-inch TV. Oh, boy, I got right out the door with that 55-inch TV. We're going for a 75-inch next time. Or they'll start adding multiple. I got 4 55-inch TVs this time. I'm watching this Ford Flex pull out. They're not bad looking. They've got a lot of room inside, and they're fairly dependable vehicles. The Ford Flex. If anybody looking for a car to do gig work in, they're not terrible gas mileage, but better than my van. But they're not the best by any means, but they're a good dependable vehicle. I'd have to look up what the cons are with them. Now, Instacart, I don't know what they do on that as far as how they steal. They just add extra items on the customer's total. I don't know. Anytime you can do a self-checkout, there's probably going to be somebody that will try and steal. I've watched them do it. Just check, like at Walmart's, just checking their own groceries out. I'll see, because I'm waiting there watching, and I'll see them just take stuff right from a lot of times they'll have 2 carts, or they'll just take it right from their cart straight over to the bagging area and bypass the scanner altogether. They kind of wave it in front of it like they're scanning it. Or then I saw a video where they got busted, a mother-daughter, because they were using Kool-Aid packets. They were scanning Kool-Aid packets instead of what they were actually wanting. So all their products were coming up on the receipt as Kool-Aid for a majority, and they got busted. There's a video on that out there. Anywho, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm gonna go in and get my stuff from Deerberg's and get on home, and hopefully get this. Hopefully they have a sweet potato, and that's gonna help me get my fish tank back in shape, and we can start watching the real fish tank at night instead of the animated one that I've been playing, which is still pretty cool. But it'd be nice so you guys can see the real fish, so you know they are still alive. All 10 of them still alive and flipping. I can't say they're kicking because they don't have feet. They got flippers. But I'll see y'all probably out tomorrow. Oh yeah, 12:30 came and gone. I didn't get a big super jumbo van order. Haven't seen one of those yet. Like a lot of people were worried that us people with vans gonna be taking all the best orders. Market dependent. And if it's not marked as a super jumbo, then it's still not going to show up. Somebody in a sedan might still get it. But I'll see you guys. Take care. Make that money. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. But I am trying to get it.